You woke up today. I always say we're here for a good time, not a long time. So we have to make it count. So then my question becomes to you: how do we make it count? What does it look like? What does it feel like? What do you imagine your life to be? Well, if they say life and death are in the power of the tongue, what are you saying? It makes me think of this track by Janae Aiko, and it's entitled Speak. She says, "Woke up this morning, heart was beating out my chest. So excited. They say it's better to be seen than viewed. Catch it." She goes on to say, "Look how the sun rises without asking, shining with so much passion, like just for us to bask in. Love shouldn't be for our keeping. I'll celebrate my freedom. I'm going to speak up. You better stop asking for permission and give notice. There's no better person than you to be you, to create the life that you want, to speak even when your voice shakes." She continues on. "Speak from my heart, baby. Speak from my soul, sugar. Say what you want, lady. Act like you know who you are. Speak from your gut, honey. Say what you want. My love, be who you want to be. Speak, speak, speak. Be free." It's time for y'all to get free today. It's time for you to unlock your chains today. And remember, I want you to speak, even if your voice shakes. All right, y'all. It's that damn dawn like the break of day. Are y'all ready to get excited about life? Oh, we got a lot to talk about. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You are tuned in to the Vitamin D with Dawn Day podcast, and I am your host, Dawn Day, here to get you excited about your life so that you can live life on purpose and for a purpose. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. Vitamin D, it's a pun of my name. My name is Dawn, and you get vitamin D from the sun, so I'm here to shed light into your life. And I do this with inspirational insights and conversations with celebrities and everyday people like you and me. Because if you want to be better and you want to do better, then you're going to have to be able to see better. So join me on this journey of living our best lives and understanding and realizing how you are your greatest asset.
Get your vitamin D right here with me and get excited about your life.
I said a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. It's that damn dawn like the break of day. We got a lot to talk about, so pull up, get comfortable. I got a special guest in the studio. Since we've been back with Vitamin D Live, this is the first time I have a guest in the studio. So you can say, like, what? We popped the cherry. Stop. Don't get nasty. We all about shedding light. But no, this is going to be a riveting conversation. As you know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I have shared, family, that my mother's transitioned from stage 4 breast cancer. And there's an event that I'm so excited to share with you that's happening this Saturday, October 12th, for women, those who have been affected by breast cancer, or perhaps someone they have loved has been affected by breast cancer, or perhaps someone that wants to get a better, closer view on their health and get along with like minded people to do the same. Okay. I also have some resources and information to pass out. Oh, and I got a vitamin D advice letter. So, nevertheless, we got a lot to talk about. And, I got a coach in here. I didn't bring her on just yet. Okay. Now, to some, she may be Tijera Avery. But if you in the community and you're with LA, then perhaps you know her as Coach LA. Get ready to pull up. So, first and foremost, today is the 10th of October. And if you are unaware, today is World Mental Health Day. I don't know if you or someone you love has been affected by mental health, but the objective for today is to raise awareness of mental health issues around the world and to mobilize efforts in support of mental health. This day provides an opportunity for all stakeholders working on mental health issues to talk about their work and what more needs to be done to make mental health care a reality for people worldwide. Now, this is a big thing, especially if you live in the state of California. Now, as you know, that as far as the unhoused community is very prominent here, largely partly because of The weather is good. So, as far as being unhoused, you're not really concerned. But another factor is that we have a lot of brothers and sisters that are out on the street that are just simply lost, looking for a place to call home, looking for a feeling to call home. So, therefore, they roam. But what does that say? What does it mean? And more importantly, what do we do? And it had me further thinking, like it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I'm not sure if anyone has ever thought about the idea of the impact of dealing with breast cancer, what that can do to your mental. I just think back and I reflect, even my mother, of what that could have been like. Driving in a car would stop at a light to throw up. Close the door, keep going and take our babies to school. Or perhaps just being known for hair, as vain as it sounds. When you have your hair in a high ponytail, comes down to the middle of your back, till you have your children standing watching you as you cut off the last few strands to a bun that you have placed in your head. What does that look like? What does that mean? Those are the kind of conversations we got going on today. So pull up and get ready. I want to introduce you to the phone line to call in. It's 818-461-5432. Again, the phone line to call in is going to be 818-461-5432. I will solicit when I need you to call in. I know we have a couple of people when we get down to our resources and information that say, hey, Dawn, I want to call in because I know some great stuff is happening within the community. Okay. So let's get straight to it and talk about what's going on to the community. And then I'm going to jump into a vitamin D advice letter. And then I'm going to be introducing our very special guest. I know, I know. Okay. So first and foremost, okay, let me put the number up for all those who may be viewing or viewing this later. And you're like, how can I pull up on Dawn? How can I call Dawn? Here's the number 818-461-5432. Again, 818-461-5432. Okay. Now, we have a couple of announcements that I definitely want to bring to your attention. If you are in LA, and you are looking for some awesome things to do, I want to let you know right now that JTM Academy, JTM Academy right now, oh, let me get this, is offering an awesome event, an opportunity for individuals who are looking for an apprenticeship program. If you are looking for an expungement, please contact Marcus Savage at 562-234-2735. We're talking about a blue collar job where you can actually gain six figures. We're talking about erasing your slate. We're talking about a brand new start. We all know that school isn't for everybody. So here's the information. Each one teach one, each one reach one. It is the Pre-Apprenticeship Academy happening Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Heck, it might be happening right now. So you need to pull up, okay? Now, another thing that I definitely want to make mention to you, coming up very shortly, we have an organization entitled the African American Male Wellness Agency. I told you when I was on the FM dial, I had the pleasure of meeting Jay Barnes as well as the president of the national organization, Kenny Hampton, and we talked about the importance of saving Black men's lives. Well, there's a Black Men's Wellness Day that's happening Saturday, November 2nd, right here in Los Angeles, California. And we are working and striving to save Black men from dying from preventable diseases. And you can be part of the solution. So, you know, Michelle and Barack Obama Sports Complex, Rancho Cienega, right off of Obama. We're going to be there from 7 a.m. to 12. Okay. Now, you can be walking for your dad, your brother, your husband, your son, your uncle, whoever it may be. Just pull up, walk up, get up. I need you to show up so we can help save these Black men's lives and even your own. And here's another thing that I want to tell you. They are saying, and I can testify, this is the most fun that you'll ever have at the doctor's appointment. What do I mean by that? Well, we're going to have music. We're going to have food. We also are going to have free health screenings. And when we're talking about health screenings, we're talking about your blood pressure, glucose, cholesterol, HIV, STD, STIN, prostate cancer for men. Yes, and Senator Stephen Bradford will be our honorary chair. And right before that, like I said before, on October 17th, Real Man, Real Talk will be a roundtable for brothers that could talk to a young man that look like them about issues and things that they're dealing with. Okay? So make sure you check out the link. Sign up today, la.aawellness.org. Okay, that's la.aawellness.org. And hopefully there'll be some type of brother from another and see you there. Also, I want to let you know there are some free wellness classes happening every every Tuesday. There's a sound bath meditation from 6 to 7 p.m. There's also Tuesday's seniors chair yoga from 4:45 to 5:30 p.m. And then I'll let you know that Wednesdays there's cardio kickboxing 7:15 to 8:15, and then every third Friday there's a women's circle from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Don't say you don't have anywhere to go. Don't tell me that you don't have certain things that you need to do, because this is an opportunity. Now, there's another organization that actually Kevin Ross sent this over to me, and I was so happy that he thought about me. It's entitled Ice Cream with Dad, and it's happening on Saturday, October 12th, from 1 to 2:30 p.m. And Ice Cream with Dad aims to bring fathers and their children together for an unforgettable evening of fun, laughter, and delicious treats. This event is perfect opportunity for dads to create lasting memories with their kids while savoring the great ice cream from a local ice cream shop. The active dad recognizes the vital role that fathers play in their children's lives and strives to foster a strong sense of camaraderie among dads by organizing events like the ice cream with dad. The organization aims to create a supportive community where fathers can connect, share experience, and kids to build lasting friendships. Now, this event is open to all fathers and male guardians who wish to celebrate fatherhood in a vibrant and welcoming setting. And in fact, Kevin Ross actually gave me the information to a gentleman named Lee. Lee, I want to welcome you to call in. In fact, I may actually give you a call myself, just so that you can share any additional information. So let's call Lee, y'all. Uh-huh.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice.
Talk to me. Hello?
Hey, how you doing? This is actually Lee giving you a call.
Lee, did you feel me talking about you, Lee? Did you hear me? Lee, I was calling you and got your voicemail.
It's funny because I was literally when I talked to Kevin, he told me to give you a call around like 8:15, on my time, 8:15 or a little later. So I'm like, all right, cool, let me get upstairs. And time I tune in, I'm like, oh, she's already on.
Okay, like, so talk to me.
She is already on.
Tell us about this. Tell us about what's happening on Saturday in LA.
Yeah, all right. So what's going to be going on this Saturday in LA is I'm the founder of an organization called Active Dad, and we are actually closing out our Ice Cream with Dad tour. We've been blessed with the opportunity. We toured 11 cities this year, and one of the biggest missions with Active Dad is just I aim to get fathers together so that dads can have a network and also a safe space and other gentlemen and brothers to lean on. While also creating these great opportunities for their kids to meet other kids as well and form just organic social circles. So I'll be in LA this Saturday at All Chill Ice Cream from 1 to 2:30. We're expecting a great turnout with dads, and we're just inviting all the dads to come out, fellowship, meet some other dads, sign up for the Active Dad Tribe, and allow the kids, play with some other kids as well while enjoying ice cream.
Oh, wait a minute. You got to get the tagline. I scream, you scream. With Dad, I'm getting ice cream. Yeah. Oh, Lee, this is so amazing. I just love to happen to see the representation of fathers, because the fathers are there, and we understand how important it is to have a backbone. And so to create a day that's just for our young people and their parental figures, their fathers, to come together, this is important. How often do you do this?
Yeah. So honestly, we do Ice Cream with Dad. As of now, it's been once a year. The funny thing about this is this event began as one of our breakout events. I just would hit up some of my guys like, hey, let's all take the kids to do ice cream. And last year, when we did the event here, because I'm based out of Charlotte. When we did it in Charlotte, I posted a reel online, and the response that we got. So we did a 5-city tour last year. We had Charlotte, Atlanta, Savannah, which is my hometown, Raleigh, North Carolina, and Augusta. And this year we've ramped up and we did 11 cities this year, and we're closing it out. I have a really good friend, Osei, who lives in LA, who's a part of our dad tribe. And he did a lot of the groundwork by securing the ice cream venue and all of that stuff, because I'm on the other side of the U.S. But yeah, so we're going to close it out this week. And like I said, hopefully, some of the guys come, they enjoy. I host monthly dad tribe calls as well for gentlemen. So every Wednesday, our upcoming dad tribe meeting for next week, the topic for that meeting is, forgive. Yeah, it's going to be forgiveness, forgiving yourself, forgiving a parent or whoever, so that you can be the best dad possible. So yeah.
That is absolutely phenomenal. I want to bring to your attention, and I would love for you to I'm gonna reach out for your information because Kevin gave me your number. I'd like you to pair up with Jade Barnes. He is the LA chairman for Black Men's Wellness Day. And I think it would be amazing to have either ice cream with dad or all chill ice cream to just show a presence, because we're calling for all Black men to show up and take care of their health, which includes every other Black man and young man in their life.
Okay. Now, is this the same organization that puts on the 5K?
Yes. Are you already a part of it?
I participated in the 5K in Charlotte last year.
Well, you need to pull up because I'm going to be here in LA on November 2nd. That's all I got to say.
Okay. I'll have to see what flights are looking like if we can make it, because I honestly believe that it's this upcoming weekend here in Charlotte, because a lot of the guys in the Charlotte Dad Tribe, all of them are registering for it. Matter of fact, it is this weekend in Charlotte. So we have I want to say at least like 6 or 7 guys that are going to be participating in the run this year.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Well, that sounds good. I want to thank you so much for calling in.
Okay. Thank you so much for allowing me to come onto your platform. And any dads that are listening, I hope to meet you and see you this upcoming Saturday.
All right, there you have it. Everyone, pull up Ice Cream with Dad. Yes, it is happening. Yes, we are loving on our fathers, and we are spending time with our fathers. Thank you so much for listening. You have a great day, and make sure you're following and staying subscribed to Vitamin D.
Yeah, I did on Facebook. I'm doing it on YouTube as well. So we locked in.
All right, ain't no switching up.
All right, have a great one.
You too.
All right, bye.
Okay, amazing. You guys were calling in on the phone. And the way we set up, we taking one call at a time, but the lines are open. Call me back if you got some stuff to talk about. If you got some resources and information to give out. The studio line number is 818-461-5432. I told you I have a special guest in the studio, and we're talking about another amazing event that's happening in honor of breast cancer awareness. But really quickly, I want to give out some information for our seniors. Seniors, do you need some help with your utility bills? Hello, if you are age 60 years and up, if you need help with your utility bills, i.e. your LADWP and SoCal Gas, and you're looking for some discounts, or perhaps you want to apply for rebates, or even if you need some financial assistance to pay the bills, well, LADWP is here to help. I want you to pull up in the Valley, in Van Nuys. The location is 17400 Victory Boulevard. Okay. The zip code is 91406. They're asking you to bring a current ID, your driver's license, both current bills as far as your electric, gas, all the pages. Don't be giving some. We need to see your name. Your rent, any mortgage receipts that you have, your most current, and most importantly, your proof of current household income. Okay. Now, if you need some more information in regards to this, I want you to call 818-708. 4759. That's 818-708-4759, or call 818-708-6603. That's 818-708-6603. Yes, this is brought to you by LADWP. Help somebody else out. Grab your pen and paper. Don't play with me. Play with yourself. Mrs. Officer, Mr. Officer, who need a job? Well, if that's you and you are looking to perhaps join some type of force, well, R&B Global Security is now accepting applications. This is taking place a Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Right here in Long Beach. The address is 1355 Redondo Avenue in Suite 9. Now, what you're going to need to bring with you is a valid ID, your social security card, your guard card, your certification. Now, if you continue to have additional questions, and you want to schedule an appointment, please call them at 310-438-3044. 310-438-3044. Now, I'm giving it to you early so you can set your calendar. This is happening every fourth Thursday. Curtis Tucker Center for Community Wellness has a food giveaway. Okay. It's from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Mark your calendar. Okay. Because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And the supplies are only going to last as long as they last. Now, the location is 123 West Manchester Boulevard. That's in Inglewood, 90301. And this is brought to you by CalFresh, County of LA Public Health, Curtis Tucker Center for Community Wellness, and Los Angeles Regional Food Bank. Bring your reusable bag, because how you going to walk out and carry it? Okay? All right? We got some information? All right, I told you all about the fall hiring spree. You can feel free to call me in the studio if you have any other questions or you need a repeat on some information. Otherwise, before we get to our guests, I got a vitamin D advice letter. I listen, usually I go ahead and I do a preview. I don't know what it's gonna be. All I know is the subject is Biggie, give me one more chance. I'm not it's right. Can you see it? You see it? All right. Let's dive in, y'all. Subject Biggie, give me one more chance. Dear Dawn, now who is this? Talk to me. Hello? And this is coming from the DMV.
Dawn.
Wait, you got to turn down your radio. What you listening to?
Hello.
Who is this? Hello? What was that about? Who was that? It sounded like my cousin Kiki, but she ain't got no 202 zip code. I got to dive into my advice letter. Okay, I took the ringer off. Okay, subject Biggie, give me one more chance. Dear Dawn, love listening to you. But Dawn, I got problems, big problems. I really need your take on this. All right, family. Pull up. I know you're not going to be okay with what I'm about to say next. Let me just say this, because you trying it, so I'm going to be clear. We know vitamin D is all about shedding the light, right? On the good and the bad. Because if you want to be better and you want to do better, then you're going to have to be able to see better. So, I'm going to keep it real with you. Do not be offended. Eat the meat and spit out the bones. Since you already said, Dawn, you're not going to like what I'm about to say. Let's continue. Dawn, I've been seeing a married woman for a few months and she has kids. Wait a minute. You should have saw Coach's face. I met her through a friend at work. She's a very gorgeous woman, but I'm not in love with her or anything. Okay. Thought we'd, have some fun and hang out, but then she wanted way more than that. But I didn't want it to be over just then, so I told her what she wanted to hear. Talk that talk, George. Okay, so let me stop. But then 2 weeks ago, this crazy woman said that she's ready to leave her husband and for us to be together. Oh, I told her to go back to her husband and try to work things out. But then she started crying and she said that she wanted me to take care of her and her 3 kids. I told her that it was over and then I ran away from her as fast as I could. She's crazy. I don't want to take care of them odd looking kids of hers. The littlest girl looks like a football with hair. Ooh! I thought that I was in the free and in the clear, but then this nutty woman starts pulling up to my job, leaving me literally 100 calls and text messages a day, and then showing up to my place at all hours of the day and night, trying to get back together. I blocked her number from my phone. Wait. Oh, wait. Oh, I blocked her number from my phone. Then I changed my phone number, and now I don't even open the door or pick up my phone anymore. Then another 3 days go by, and I'm at the CVS store to get some Irish Spring deodorant. And this ditzy chick comes out of nowhere. She corners me in the deodorant aisle and says that she's in love and that she told her husband everything, and that for that my own safety we should run away together, and that she said she had the kids in the car with McDonald's food and all of her luggage ready to go. She put her arms around me, and then she said that her husband has been in and out of prison a few times, and now that he's driving around in a black Cadillac looking for me. Lord have mercy. I'm trying to get through this letter. This is crazy. She showed him pictures of us together from her phone. Oh, I was so mad at her that I could have voted Republican. And now she says that her husband wants to get even with me. So I peeled her off of me like a dirty Huggies diaper, and dawn I ran out of there like I was trying out for the Olympics. But now, of course, I got her husband talking to me. Big, bald dude with a thick black beard and tattoos all and up and down his neck. All muscle, 6 feet tall, and he's got on a steel working boots the size of 2 PlayStation 5s put together. He looks like he did prison time on top of time. He looks like they just built the prison around him and then they painted it gray afterwards. Okay, you trying it. Dawn, he's twice my size and he's been sitting outside my apartment for days in his black Cadillac. He's crazy too. When he parked outside my apartment on the street, he went into the trunk and pulled out a large paper grocery bag. Then her crazy husband goes and puts 12 cans of Black Flag bug spray on his hood as he's waiting for me to come outside. Bug spray, Dawn? Why does he have 12 cans of bug spray? What does that even mean? I mean, my apartment hasn't had roaches since the pandemic. COVID got them all, I think. But Dawn, I'm terrified to leave my apartment now. Dawn, I haven't felt real sunlight on my skin since Monday. My job thinks I quit because I haven't shown up there. Dawn, what am I going to do? Sign Biggie, Biggie, Biggie. Give me one more chance. Listen, see, that's what you get for laying it down. See, what happened was you decided to have fun and you didn't realize what you were slanging. Now, this is the thing. You gave her a little taste and now she's hooked. You put out the bait and now you got the fish. So what you gonna do with it? This is what I'm saying. It's all about choices and more choices. And you are right. I don't like cheating. I don't like cheaters. I don't think it's okay. And I don't condone it. Okay? And I'm not better than nobody. So I'm not talking about anybody. We all live our lives. Okay? Now, take it from me and a lot of other people. Being cheated on is awful. Nobody likes that. But you knew that she was a married woman and that she had kids. And so you were even more in the wrong and out of pocket for lying, telling her what she wanted to hear. What did you expect? Playing games with her heart and mind. Yeah, it's all fun and games until it's not. So what, you going to stand 10 toes down or you going to lay down? You got to stand up and lay down. What is your choice? Because you can't hide forever. Here's the thing. You're going to have to face him like a man. That's what you're going to have to do. Because at the end of the day, he's going to be outside. Clearly, he's already spent time on time, so he got time to waste. That's what I got for you. Good luck. Good luck with that. Now that is yeah. Here's another thing I'd say. You need to stay far, far away from married women. They said if you can't stand the heat, stay out the kitchen. All right? All right, that's it for the vitamin D advice letter. I want to encourage you if you need some advice on your relationship, on your career, to go ahead and send me an email, vitamin D at dawndaiSpeaks.com. It's vitamin D at dawndaiSpeaks.com. Now, you know I'm going to keep it real with you because that's what I know how to do. Okay, boo? Hey. All right. Coach is in the building. Now, if you were tuned in at the very start of the show, I share with you I have a very, very special guest. As we know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I am, do I want to say a byproduct? I am somebody that has been affected by breast cancer in so many ways. I share with you that my mother transitioned from stage 4 breast cancer. I was 25, about to be 26. And, being that it is World Mental Health Day, it's interesting how these two can merge on so many levels. But even beyond that, for those who have experienced or lost a loved one to breast cancer, I have a special announcement to make. There's an event I want you all to check out. It's entitled EmpowerHer, Radiant Women's Wellness Day. And it's happening Saturday, October 12th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Now, guess what? It's free entry with RSVP. And you say, Dawn, well, I don't see the address. That's because I need you to go to the link. We need active participation. Go to passitforwardla.org, empower her. And since we all about empowering, I have a special woman here that is actually behind the powering of this alongside of Love Proudly. Her name is Tijera A, but if you're in LA, you may just simply know her as Coach LA. So without further ado, family, I want you to give a warm welcome to our very special guest, Miss Tijera A. Hello there. How are you, darling?
Doing amazing.
I'm so glad to have you in the studio.
It's a blessing to be here.
Yeah.
Feel me?
It's been a minute since I've seen you.
Yeah, since the last wellness event we had in at the Curtis Tucker Center you came to.
Right, yeah, right next door. And then we walked right across to Market to go to MLK Day.
We was getting it in that day.
But wait, we got to back it up even more. Because the very, 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 very first time we've met was at Crenshaw Mall for It's Bigger Than Us.
Oh, yeah.
The Christmas giveaway, extravaganza, whatever.
It went up.
Yo, we was giving away sneakers on stage.
We was on stage giving sneakers away to people, and it was lit, and everybody had a good time. And that's what we about.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, I had Sally Ghattas with UCLA Breast Cancer. The UCLA Health Breast Cancer Surgery Department reached out and sent me a flyer. So I'm talking to the family, the vitamin D family, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, I want you all to check out this organization. It's powered by Passive Forward LA. And I keep saying it. And I was like, wait a minute. Is this what Lottie? I was come on. So
she said, Dom, let's go.
What's going on? So, okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about who you are, your organization. Let's talk about this event that you are calling people out to see.
Let's get into it. So my name, she already mentioned before.
Latoya in our house.
Come on, let's go. Spam. Yeah, Tijera A, all my Spanish people, my Mexican people, my Latino people, they call me Tijera. Feel me? Like the street, like the school, straight out of LA.
I was going to ask you that because Bebe's kid. The baby's name was La Cienega, but I didn't want to say nothing. So I was like, Dawn, you just, okay, that's all I got.
Listen, that's a question for my mother.
Listen, she was well-traveled. How about that?
LA born and raised.
Come on.
So you gonna get to it.
Okay.
So yeah, go by Coach LA, born and raised in Inglewood, California, city of the wood. You know how we do. And I'm here representing the people. That's what we're about. Passive Forward was birthed out of that, wanted to look after others, give back. And my dad has been a major part of me really, being able to spearhead this and bring people together to make it happen. So, that's a blessing. Shout out to my dad. Shout out to my parents, for really allowing me to live this dream that I didn't think I would be able to do, after college. So.
And that is a testament. Like, I felt
Come
it.
on.
I felt it in person. So I pulled up. Pops was outside, and we were up there talking, and it was a conversation. They was like, Dawn, what are you bringing to this? Because you merging both generations. And I remember I was in awe because I believe both of your parents were there.
Yes.
And the amount of support, and that's one thing that I can always credit my mom. She always showed up. She was at everything, and just seeing your parents there and just learning slowly but surely about the wonderful work you're doing. I'm like, that's why you're so amazing. That's why we're passing it forward.
They be passing it forward for me. You feel me?
Come
So it's a
on.
blessing, to have my whole family show up and support me. I see them in the chat now, giving it up. I love them dearly, and I can't thank God enough for, giving me the family that I have. So definitely a blessing.
So Pass It Forward is an organization with a mission to fuel the spark within youth by empowering them through holistic health, transformative education, and exhilarating sports programs. You pass the torch forward to greatness and inspire a generation of unstoppable leaders.
Straight like that.
Can't stop, won't stop. Oh wait. Aw. Can I say aw? Strike it from the record. But I love the idea of passing it forward. So you have partnered with UCLA for this great event. Tell me about this event, why it's important, what's happening. Tell me all the good stuff, all the things.
So we have several partners. Our main partner for this event is Powered by Love. That's spearheaded by Adriana and Katrina and Kim. They all coming together, allowing us to kind of shape and bring this vision to life for women. This has been an amazing journey thus far, putting it together. And I'm not going to lie, like, it's women putting it together for women. You feel me? So that's the beauty in this. It's like we're doing it for us, not just us, but for all of us, and it's almost here, 2 days away, and it's right along lines of what we do for our youth. So like you mentioned before, our mission, we are therapeutic training sports. We use sports as a form of therapy to train and work with youth. So turned it around. Initially, we were only working with kids in sports, and I realized sports has always been my therapy, and I'm like, how can I take that and allow youth to use that as a tool the same way I used it to get through college, to go through all these avenues and different walks of life. And I started doing it, and it was working. And my dad was right there alongside of me. Okay, how we go pass it forward next? What events we got? We going to the stores, moving stuff. And then that altered and transitioned it to us having these wellness events. And, that's what you experienced and came to. Like, the community, not just the kids, but the community needs to have this. We want a day for the family to come through and be able to rock with us. And so we, decided on the EmpowerHer series and just empower him next and then empower them.
Come on. Because we include everybody up in
like
here.
That.
Now, in case you're wondering, you said, Dawn, well, what exactly is happening October 12th? Well, it's going to be located at 220 West Ivy Avenue. This is right over here in Inglewood, okay? This is the EmpowerHer Radiant Wellness Day. It's dedicated to empowering women through holistic health, self-care, and community support. Now, as a part of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, they are raising funds for the UCLA Breast Health Fund to provide essential breast care services to those in need. What do those services look like? Well, did you ever think about who's picking your kids up from school? Who's sitting you down in your therapy session? Who's providing you with that additional support? So here's the thing. They are raising money for essential breast care services by anyone who donates $10 or more. You will receive a Pass It Forward fanny pack. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. As a token of appreciation, for we know that health is wealth. T-shirts will also be provided for donations of $15 or more. The goal is to come together to promote health, healing, and empowerment for all women. Because it's a mind, body, and soul thing.
Absolutely.
Now, let me ask you this. Have you been infected personally from breast cancer?
So I was made aware by my mother recently. My grandmother, who we lost this year, she was a breast cancer survivor. And, it's not something I was aware of, as I'm out helping other people, dealing with, various things. And that, that kind of hit home. I'm like, oh, how did she make it through that? What was that experience like for her and the family? What did these experiences look like for other women? So when Sally brought it to my attention, we got the chief of breast surgery in the building, saying they would pull up and, have a conversation with us. Dr. Tashoma, she's the UCLA Health chief of breast surgery, and she's going to be one of our guest speakers.
Wow.
And, like, that's what we want to bring to the community. We want to have real community conversations with professionals in our backyard, because that's what it should be like. We should be able to not have to just go to a doctor's office to receive information or go online. Like, we bringing it to the people in live and flesh in person. You feel me? So we're going to get it in.
And more importantly, too, to be able to talk to a medical professional that looks like you.
Come on.
To know that they have your best interest
Come
at
on.
heart. To know that I'm not speaking to foreign language, because it's nothing like seeing representation.
Straight like that.
And you may not know the questions to ask. You may not know where to go, but we're telling you right now to pull up on Saturday. You have an opportunity to talk to an actual breast surgeon. We're talking about professionals who have their hands in it all the time. I was actually talking to Sally yesterday. And hopefully Sally gets to call in. I know she's doing a lot of stuff with her kids. But I had Sally on the FM dial, and, I'm all about making sure that we spread awareness for the community, bringing the information, the resources to the community. And I talked about an FM dial listener named Sister Dollar. I would tell everybody, pull up on me. Pull up. Now, literally at this time, we airing at 4:30 in the morning. But they say closed mouths don't get fed, and Sister Dollar was trying to eat. She literally came because she said, well, if y'all gonna bring the information, I'm calling all the way up. Now, I did not expect the actual listener to come at the station that time, let alone just prepared to have you in. But nevertheless, I opened the door. And while it was a lot, she proceeded to show her actual breast. You saw the discoloration. But what I appreciated, because she was looking to seek the information. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, to make this information more readily available, because we know that prevention is key. And sometimes you just got to know how to relieve the stress. What kind of food should I be eating? What kind of questions do I need to have a doctor? Well, we're going to have doctors right there that you can ask the questions to. Now, unfortunately, I hate to share, hurts my heart, Sister Dollar did transition. I hadn't heard from her. I tried to call. I think I might have sent a message on Instagram, and her daughter messaged me and said, she was gone. And my thing is that I don't know how many other Sister Dollars out there, how many other brothers out there, because yes, believe it or not, men as well do suffer from breast cancer, that just need somebody to talk to. Just need somebody to sit there to ask a question or to answer the question. And to have these professionals here is absolutely stunning. I'm talking about the chief of breast surgery. We're talking about how we are innovating ideas to treat breast cancer. So the whole idea of having a myomectomy or a whole full mastectomy or even a double mastectomy, what if there are other options? Exactly. But you'll never know if you don't know the possibility. But that's why I want to encourage you to pull up. Saturday, October 12th. What time?
At 11 a.m. We getting it popping.
We getting it on and popping. So walk us through what we can expect for the day of the event.
It's going to be beautiful. Got to give a quick shout out to 209 Studios. They have brought this to life.
Who is 209?
Listen, if y'all need somebody to bring something to life, I'm no artist. I got a vision, and she brought my vision to life. I'm talking about absolutely. You get in, the vibes. We got the meditation vibes going. Nice little relaxation.
Oh, wait. So we got meditation?
Come on. We got a yoga session. We got free massages in the building. I got a coffee bar going. We're going to get it popping. I'm telling you, it's for the community for free. And we're going to get it popping.
So you telling me I got to pay the tickets to some money? Because why would somebody just come up to give all this information, and you're going to feed me, and you're going to give me yoga, and I'm going to have some meditation to get right with myself? How much is it?
$0.
No, stop playing with me.
Free 99.
Why?
That's how
are you doing this for free?
Come on, that's how you pass it forward.
You better catch it while it's hot. PassItForwardLA.org. Check it out. We're talking about impacting the community, and right now we got Coach LA.
Coach LA.
Oh,
it's all good.
Coach LA is in the building. To many, Tijera A. She is the founder and president of Pass It Forward LA. Now, you made a mention and you talked about how we can donate. What's that about?
Yeah, so our initiative, obviously, for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, although we are focused on therapeutic sports and mental health and physical health, we want to be conscious about other things that affect our health, like breast cancer awareness. It being Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So you go UCLA Health, the breast department, they have a fund. It's called the UCLA Health Breast Fund. We have the donation link on our social media, on our Instagram. You can go on there, you click the link, you could donate right there, or you can go straight to our social media, Pass It Forward Foundation on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and the link will be there. Click that link, you can donate and support the cause. Our goal is to raise funds to contribute to people having resources to come into UCLA Health and receive proper medical care or medical attention or advice. So that's the beauty behind, everybody coming together to make this happen.
And so, can you just reiterate once again? You may mention, or I may mention rather, that you are also gathering up monies if people were to purchase items that's also going to fund this whole initiative.
Absolutely. So yeah, if you come in person or even if you do it online, our goal is to get those items to you. But we're going to have fanny packs provided by Everest. They have sponsored and distributed fanny packs to our organization that we can use to raise these funds for the breast health fund. And then the same, we also have T-shirts. They got the health is wealth on the back with our Pass It logo or Pass It Forward logo on the chest. And yeah, the same. Donate 15 or more, you'll receive a free T-shirt, and these funds are going directly to this UCLA Breast Health Fund.
And so you were telling me that you had found out that your grandmother had been a survivor of breast cancer. Was this after or before you decided to move forward with this?
So this was before. And this was like I had already had the EmpowerHer set, and we were trying to decide, what cause we wanted to really impact. And I told you I'm all about youth. That's all I'll be pushing, everything youth. But I'm like, this also affects youth.
Yes, it does.
We got kids whose parents are going through the experience, and there's affecting their mental health. Right. Me finding out years later that my grandma went through this experience, and then losing her this year to something different, So this is like conversations that I feel like we have sometimes in our households and sometimes we don't. But we need to be having these conversations amongst the communities. So it's insane. Looking at the guest list of people who've gotten tickets already. We got youth as young as 9, and we have people coming in the building as as young as 65. So it's going to be a dope event.
I love what you said about conversation, because I feel like at some point in our lives we forgot how to talk.
Come on.
And I was just thinking to myself, and how even with my mom, I didn't even realize how serious cancer was until my teachers pulled me out in the hallway and we started to pray. And what I mean by that, so the very first time I saw my mom, she had breast cancer. I think I was like, had to be like 3 or 4. I remember I was little, and I remember I told you my mom had super, super long hair, and she had it in a bun. And I remember she was standing in the mirror, and she took her scissors, she cut off the last little piece. I didn't even realize what that could have felt like, right? Then it was a second time she had it. I was just like, I was known to do really well in class, in school, president of the student council. And I don't think one time I didn't study for a test, just weird. And I recall my mother telling me the day before, soon before, she was like, oh, I found out I got to go in the hospital, have surgery, I have cancer. Not even understanding like, yo, you can actually die from this. My godmother, who was watching us for when my mom was going to have a procedure, my mother didn't even tell her until the day before. I don't know if it was shame. I don't know if it was looked as protection, but I feel like it's a thing that we have to make room to have conversation. We have to realize that we all have to heighten our emotional intelligence and realize that even our young people, just like you said, young people signing up as young as 9 can feel things, can see things, can witness things. And once we start to have these conversations, we allow people to feel things, because it's a lot of stuff pent up. Holding on to pain, holding on to confusion, holding on about not knowing where to go. But when you got organizations like Pass It Forward, hey, they shedding light on what you need to do. So what we're talking about is this Saturday, October 12th, EmpowerHer. Radiant Women's Wellness Day. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Have you been affected by breast cancer? Do you perhaps know somebody else that has been affected by breast cancer? Perhaps they just need to pull up. They just need to release their mind with somebody that can understand words before they speak. Perhaps even stretching out the body. I love the fact that you guys are doing yoga. I'm one of them people, I get on game shows and they pick me a lot. And, we're just talking about how you got to really live your life on purpose and for a purpose. And how oftentimes there are different things that are taking us out. And for whatever reason, I was talking to a nurse. We on the bus on the way to the office. Cause you know what I'm going to do? What I'm going to do is win. And for whatever reason, we started talking about just saying like, hey, do you know what the number one killer is? And immediately I'm just thinking about how much cancer has impacted like not only my family, but just in general. You always hear cancer, cancer, cancer. And she was like, no, it's actually stress. Stress will put you in a place where you cannot move, you cannot think. And even if you look on the part of just how we supposed to flow, we over like 70, 80% water. Nothing should be restricted. When we talk about congestive heart pressure, a failure, when we talk about high blood pressure, we're talking about we're restricting. When we talk about stress, it's talking about restricting. When we talk about the resources that we need, it's the same thing. We're talking about restriction. But when we talk about passing forward, all I hear is excess, in excess. Access in access, because we're going exceedingly and beyond. So not only is it going to be empower her, but it's going to be empower him. And let's just put a them on there. Yeah. You better catch it while it's hot. Here's the thing too. I see you guys comment in the chat. If you love the work that Coach LA is doing, or perhaps you have a question about the event, call in and show some love. Call in the studio right now, 818-461-5432. We would love to hear from you. Show some love. Mama, Papa, I know I called y'all out. Is your daddy named Sean?
Yes, it is.
Mr. Wallace, don't play with me. Play with yourself. You know we mad. I would love to hear from you just to talk about the work and the wonderful work your daughter is doing. And I'm not sure. Oh, hey, Mrs. Wallace, please feel free to call in because, Coach LA is doing some amazing work for the community and for the people. And so many of you may have some questions, may have some concerns, or maybe you want to give some accolades. Because I don't know how many times you can walk up to somebody that actually has your best interest at heart to say, hey, I'm standing up and I'm showing up for you. I want to show up for you. So now it's your time to show up for yourself. They say closed mouths don't get fed. Come with your questions. We got answers. Saturday, October 12th. Where are we at? 220 Ivy.
IVF.
Now you said
Inglewood.
let's give a shout out. You said to the venue. Who was this? What you said?
So the person that put this whole production together. I'm talking about from the trees to the lightings to the backdrop to the tables to the coffee bar, all of that. Key from 209 Studios really brought it to us. Got introduced from my friend Duran, to her. And I was like, look, I got this vision and I've had this vision for a while. I know I did previous events in health and wellness and it wasn't like the full vision, but I need this to come to life because we're going to bring some people in a building and I want them to feel my impact of what I'm trying to do for the people in my community, specifically in Inglewood. And she's like, I got you. I'm like, everybody say they got me, but I don't know if you really got me. But when I seen that deck, she got me.
Well, how did you two meet?
So Duran, my good brother, friend, business partner from I'm a Movement, Not a Monument, was like, yo, I got somebody that I know how to bring stuff to life. Talking about everything, like production, all that. You want to make a movie? She could do it. I'm like, I ain't into the movie business, but I'm into, helping the community.
Let me write this name down.
Her name is Kira, is Key, Kei, and from 209 Studios.
All right. I heard the heck out of that.
Come
okay,
on.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And it's here. And I just can't believe how, how much has come together with all these, meetings we've been having, talking to different people, deciding who we bring in. Our other guest speakers, Dr. Sanford, also an Inglewood native. She's a administrator over at Compton Unified for special education. She's another guest speaker we have. And then we have a former NBA player.
Wow,
and he was a former assistant Phoenix Suns coach, Mr. John Lucas III. And yeah, he's going to be another one of our speakers. So you're thinking we got a sports professional, right? education professional and a medical professional in the building, all on one panel. And people are like, how do they even relate?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was a student athlete and I needed all these things to make it through life, right? I had, a sports therapist, I had a coach, right? And then I had to go see a doctor. I dealt with medical issues for most of my life. Had a major surgery in 2018.
Would you like to share? I don't know.
We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. In 2018, I received a call from Kaiser saying you have cancerous cells in your body. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell my family. I told nobody. Only person I told was my best friend who was sitting right next to me while I was sitting in Sacramento on the phone. And I said,
Dimitri Wallace. Who is it?
That's my father.
Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Hi. This is Vitamin D. Talk to me.
How are we doing?
You tell me.
It's my dad in the building. Come on.
Hey, Papa.
If this, first of all, number one fan. Second of all, I'm just not this woman or the person that she has become is really for the community. Like, you guys want real community services, real interaction. Pass It Forward is doing that. We're not just handing out flyers. We're not just, go scan this and be here or stream this and stream that. She's actually bringing these resources straight to the neighborhood, to the community, block by block, school by school, kid by kid, women, male, everybody. It's a real interactive program.
Come on.
And what do you feel? What do you think it shaped your daughter to be the perfect person to do this? Was she always like this?
Yeah, she was always like this. She over the years just amazed me. I kept turning to her mom. I'm like, I didn't teach her that. You teach her that? Where'd she get this from? How did she understand that? Like, and then even going through the struggles of going from, a child to a teen to an adult, she learned the whole process kind of on her own, but not on her own. I just guided her. She figured it out. And that was always amazing for me, to see somebody that can actually, I guess, figure it out on her own. I just guided her. And like I said, she did all this on her own. That's just one amazing person to me.
Coach LA, what you feeling right now? What's going on?
Got me over here getting emotional. Like, this was a journey. And he never stopped believing in me. Like, there was days I woke up like, yo, I don't think I could pass it forward no more. You feel me? Like, I just need to just get a regular job and figure it out. And he believed in me.
Nope, can't do
Feel
that.
me? Straight like that. Had him, had my brother Miguel Garcia. Like, they just kept pushing me. Had my mom showing up at the events, getting off of work, straight off of work, pulling up in her uniform, coming to the events. You feel me? My siblings showing up, everybody. And it takes a village. So that's why I continue to pass it forward. So I'm grateful for my dad, my family, my peers, my business partners, all the people that, support me and keep allowing me to live this dream.
Living your dream right away.
Come on. There's a quote, my favorite quote I put on my hat when I was in college, when I didn't think I was going to cross the stage that year. 2012 said, "One dreamed of becoming and another remained awake and became."
Hey.
Come on.
Hey. Catch it. Say it again.
One dreamed of becoming and another remained awake and became. And that's what this feels like. Like, I have finally become what I seen as a child of my vision of how I would give to the world, what God put me, in light to do. So here we are.
Hey, come on, Light.
Come on.
Let's go. All right, Mr. Wallace, any last words you want to say to the good people or even encouraging folks to come out on Saturday?
And I got to wait for the ice cream truck to pass by. I'm in the community. I take the bus, I take the train, I walk through this community, so we're not just here just saying come out. We actually live in the community. I see the kids that go to the schools. I tell them, let's pass it forward, join up, be a part of something that I think the city needs with all the negativity that's going on. This is something positive, something that's going to uplift and change everybody. We just want everybody to come out. Just come out. Just see it for yourself.
Come vibe with us.
And right now, we want you all to come out. You heard us talking about it. If you're just pulling up right now, Empower Her. This Saturday, October 12th, we're celebrating Radiant Women's Wellness Day. Now, if you would like to sign up and to get more information, check out the website, passitforwardla.org/empowerher. We're talking meditation. We're talking about yoga. We're talking about food. I love to eat. Feed me. We're talking about, what else are we talking about?
We got the panel. Can't forget the panel. That's the main event.
We're talking about the chief of breast cancer surgery. What? It don't get no better than that. We're talking about ways and information to just have community, people that look like you that you can talk to about. We're talking about ways that you can ask information about the foods that's a nutrient to your body. We're giving you tools to relieve your stress so that you can do your best and leave the rest. I just made that up. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Wallace, for calling in.
Absolutely.
Have a good one.
Also, it was nice seeing you again, Dawn. Nice talking to you.
Yes, likewise. I remember. So good to see you.
Right.
Oh, sorry. So now, before we left, Coach LA, you were sharing with me something very special.
Yes.
You said, Dawn, the reason why, there was a year.
That was the year.
2012.
So 2012, I graduated college. And I told you I didn't think I was going to make it. And I was dealing with medical issues throughout college. Talking about, they had a pill capsule. You know that Monday through Sunday pill capsule? I had one of those. And I would take 7 pills a day.
Wait, you got to back up. First of all, you said you found out you had cancer. So
I found out I had
why did you get
cancerous
tested?
cells in my body. And they said they were non-benign. And they were concerned. And these 2 masses were growing on my ovaries. And did you go to the doctor because you were experiencing pain?
I
was going to the doctor every single time I had a cycle. And we want to talk about women's health. There are women out there who have endometriosis. I had something called I can't even pronounce it, to be real. And they was like, it's similar to endometriosis, but kind of like a rare form. And we don't really know much about it. But we know you got these 2 masses and we've been monitoring and they growing. And now we need to talk about some things. And I'm like, this is the day after Thanksgiving. I'm just sitting in Sacramento at my friend's house and I got the doctor on speaker. I'm like, okay, I need you to repeat yourself because I don't think I'm hearing you correctly. It's like, yeah, we believe you have cancerous cells in your body and, we're going to talk to you about the next steps. And I said, I'm not claiming it. I'm sorry, ma'am. I do thank you for this call. And I remember calling my grandmother and asking for a prayer. And so I told my friend from that day forward, I wasn't going to eat meat again. So I became vegan. This was how I became vegan. Yeah. So I kid you not, for the next 3 months, I cut dairy and meat out of my diet completely. And when I went back, this is like a month before I'm preparing and trying to figure out this surgery I was going to have and still having the same issues, still same pain, all these things. And I'm like, I'm just going to go through with it because I honestly don't want to live with this pain anymore. Like having these bad cycles, being in the hospital every month, every time my cycle came, like this was just not it. And so in 2018, I got a hysterectomy. So again, as a young woman, understanding, this is big. Okay. You can't have children for the rest of your life. As long as they talking to me all these points and, saying how young I was. I had another doctor I went to see to get advice. She's like, oh, it's in your head. And I'm like, oh, okay. Again, people that don't look like me and don't understand what I'm going through telling me what I should do. And I'm like, I'm just going to stick to this vegan diet. And right before I went to the surgery, you do a checkup and they're like, well, they're gone.
Wait, what?
So what did you do? Did you go get surgery? I'm like, no, I didn't do nothing. I called my grandmother up, said, I need that granny. I need that prayer. You feel me? My granny will pray through your soul. You feel me? God rest in peace, granny. And yeah, diet change and they were gone.
So wait, So you already had the hysterectomy.
I was going to get the hysterectomy.
You never got the hysterectomy.
I didn't get it. They told me it was gone.
Girl,
and then
you
when
built that story up so well. I
did get the hysterectomy in 2018, but before they told me the cells were gone. Like it was gone. But I'm like, I'm still gonna go through with it just because I'm afraid. I'm not gonna lie, I was afraid. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to be in pain anymore, so I went through with it. Then after that, I started reading into more women's health and understanding there are a bunch of methods, which I was already on the right track, starting with my diet, that I could have, started taking to prevent some of these things and not having some of these issues. And I'm no doctor, so don't take my advice.
The views
verbatim.
are being expressed on this podcast are personal and not from a authorized medical professional
at all. But, this is my story, and this is what I pass forward to others. Like, health is really wealth. If you're not invested in what you're eating and what you're putting in your body and what you're thinking and how you viewing yourself and how you sharing, words or spells. That's what I tell people. So I wake up, I'm like, it's always a good day. People ask me how I'm doing. I'm always amazing. You feel me? Because I got life and I live. You feel? Come on.
Don't play with me.
I've been through some things, and my family's been through some things, and I've watched people go through things, and I'm still here, able to pass it forward. So I'm gonna keep doing it while I can.
You said a couple things, that really had me perk up. One, if we just go back in order of just talking about how you got to claim it. My sister was on, was it last week, and we're talking about how you got to even manipulate yourself with self-talk. Like sometimes you're trying to relate, like, well, I'm here. It's another day. I'm doing all right. You got to claim the greatness.
Come on.
Because it's no difference of you speaking of whatever success you want in life, and you may not have it right now. So in a sense, I look back at my mom and thinking of the things that she did share and what she didn't. Perhaps that was her method. She wasn't trying to speak the illness, because best believe she has survived like 4 years with stage 4 breast cancer on her 3rd bout. And I do believe it was the induced stress that really, took her there. But who would have known if she just had somebody to talk to? Like, the idea of anything that's attached or belonging to our body is being removed, whether it's a breast, whether it is your ovary, whether it is your hair, it is a change that is jaw-dropping. And another thing, like even myself, and just to hear, like now, maybe I'm making myself more present for the conversations, but myself dealing with fibroids. Same. And I tell people all the time, you got to check out Mr. Lee. If you have any ailments, Green Farm Nutrition right there off of La Brea and Pico. I had cramps so bad I couldn't even move. One time I was trying to go to a friend's birthday dinner. I couldn't even get out of my car. And I was on the right track, like you said, doing the vegan. I was taking my nutrients and stuff. But I'll joke about it and be like, oh, I love to eat. But I do, but then I really do. But it could very well be an addiction if we just being honest about it.
That's what mine was. I was eating 28 hamburgers a month. Come on. And I still look like this. You feel me?
Right. So it's about
it's internal. I had to tell people, I'm like, I don't care how I look on the outside. I was internally dying. You feel me? Like just not taking care of health. That's not the move.
It's really not the move. It's not cute.
That's not the move.
It's nothing
at all.
to flex about. To say, oh no, you gotta really take care of yourself. You only get one of these bodies. It's you only get one car.
Come on.
And I'm telling you, you trying to find that replacement part, honey. You gonna be looking for a long time.
Come on, because I'm still looking for.
When you don't want to go, it's to the junkyard. But just imagine how you say, just having that self-love of yourself, having that respect of yourself, making sure you honor yourself, make sure that you love on yourself. You can treat yourself well. And here's the thing. We've all made mistakes. There's no reason why you need to play back what happened in the past. Your past is behind you and you don't live there anymore. What do I always say? Your location is not your destination. Yes, you may have tripped up and you made a mistake, but if you fall down 7 times, you get up 8. Because if you can look up, you can get up. And guess what? You can't fail if you don't quit. So today didn't work out. There's a tomorrow, and there's a tomorrow after that. But you'll never know unless you start today. So start today with your health. Start today with the information and make sure that you're going to pull up on Saturday, October 12th for EmpowerHer. We're talking Radiant Women's Wellness Day. We're talking about resources. We're talking information. We're talking about food. We're talking about meditation. We're talking about yoga. Honey, we are talking about you.
And come get your massages in. We got massage
Well, hold
therapists.
on.
We got 3 massage therapists going to be in the building. Free massages. We did it at our back to school drive. Now we're going to do it at this one. Talking about we giving it to the people. Like, I would love for everybody to come out and just have a beautiful relaxation day. You feel me? And come out with some information.
So the only reason why I wouldn't go, the only reason, let's just be clear. The only reason why somebody would not go to this is if they did not want to love on themselves. Because this event is just feeling like a self-love day.
Self-love.
You ain't got, and you say that it was like $50?
Zero. Come on.
Okay, $25.
It is zero.
Free
Listen, ladies and gentlemen,
$99.
Free $99.
I don't have to pay nothing to love on myself.
Nada.
I don't have to pay nothing to be relaxed, to get a massage, to get some food.
That is the reminder right there. That's why we're doing it for free. Because that's what it's free every day to you, but we just reminding you how free it is. Love on yourself. Come out October 12th and come love on yourself.
All right. There you got it. Make sure you check out the organization, Pass It Forward LA. Coach LA, this is truly phenomenal. Thank you for your vulnerability. Thank you for your transparency. Thank you for realizing that you can't fail and you don't quit. You know, some people will look at the finish line and thinking like, oh, wow, it must be good to thrive. But there is a video that Steve Harvey, and it's called The Oak Tree. Oh, no, it's called Acorn, about an oak tree. But you ever thought about, you see this big old oak tree, and it got that big old trunk. It got them large leaves, and it's a shelter to many animals and covering. Heck, its very essence can build homes, create safe havens for individuals. But what did that tree have to go to be what it is? Well, it had to go down under the dirt. It had to get very dark, and it probably got a little cold. Got a little funk on it, because that's how you grow. They say life is the greatest lesson, because life is the greatest teacher, because first you take the test and then you get the lesson. Catch it. So this acorn is in the dirt. It's dark. It's cold. It stank because you got manure as fertilizer. Then you realize that you're going in it. So you got tears, but guess what? The tears let you know that you can feel and let you know they're alive. And it just so happened that the tears remind you that there's life. And time goes on. And even before you are able to break through, you're going deeper and you're going wider. You're covering more planes, okay? You're stretching out to more people. Then at the right timing, at the right season, you break through. Now, here's another thing I just want to remind you. Oftentimes, we looking for a breakthrough, a moment of fresh air, a moment of relief, a moment to say, oh my gosh, the past is behind me and I'm not there anymore. But you negate what it means to break in order to get through. See, even that caterpillar had to break through that cocoon to become the butterfly. Had it been so comfortable with being bunched up, with not wanting to stretch because there is some pain, it would have never gotten through the other side. And the same goes with that oak tree. We get in the roots deep. The trunk is getting wide and we're stretching up. So we want you to continue to stretch upward and onward and make sure that you come on out, okay? This is a major event that we want everybody to be at, because I'm sure you loving somebody that's loving on themselves, to Empower Her, Saturday, October 12th, okay? Right in Inglewood at 209 Studios.
Vault Studios.
Vault
Studios in Inglewood. 209 is the production company that put it together for us.
Vault Studios from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Free entry with RSVP. If you want more information, make sure you check out passitforwardla.org/empowerher. Is there anything else, Coach LA, we got to look forward to? How are they keeping up? What is the next event that you need support with? What is it that you need?
Just need y'all to pass it forward too. So share this flyer, pass it to the next person. They can pass it forward to the next person. We're going to have another one. I told you we're currently in the process of planning the Empower Him. And then after that, we're going to have the Empower Them. So again, follow us on social media at Pass It Forward Foundation, and the same on think we have LinkedIn and Facebook as well. So tap in.
Okay, so there you have it. And where can people keep up with you and your next event?
Yeah, so it's for my personal Black LA with a 3. And then for Pass It Forward, the same Pass It Forward Foundation. And I'm intertwined in both. I'm posting everything we got coming out from our school services. And shout out to Inglewood. You feel me? Inglewood. We in 6 schools this year. We're going up.
Are you
Come
serious?
on. After school programming came through. Like, God is the greatest. So I'm telling you, like, we passing it forward, not just in the community, in the schools. You feel me? We trying to really give back. And you got to think, these young people are our future leaders. So if we're not passing it forward to them, you know, who gonna pass it forward to us when we're aging? You feel me? Like, we need that. I don't want to, you know, watch them go downhill. You see in social media taking hold of these kids, and you know, and they're not focused on self-love. So we giving them that self-love right at meeting them at the schools with it, you know, to make sure they get to it.
And I forgot to make mention, you coached the Paralympics?
I did. Yes, I did. I currently still work with a young man on his way to becoming also a Paralympic athlete. But yeah, I was Ezra Freck. He won 2 gold medals. Amazing young man. I was his personal coach up until 2 years ago. Yeah, come on.
Okay.
That was my guy. Met him in middle school, and he's doing an amazing thing. But that's a part of the inclusive movement, right? You know, putting the Paralympics on the platform. And we got kids now working with a young man. I'm going to be working with him soon. Lost his hand, and they're not aware that this is an opportunity that they have, you know, to get into professional sports. And they call it disability. I say different capability.
Catch it.
Come on.
Catch it.
Straight like that. No matter what you're going through or how you feel, you know, you never know what your body is capable of. This young man with a prosthetic, 2 gold medals. Come on.
Don't tell me it's impossible. Rather pull up and say, I'm possible.
Come on.
Yeah, you possible. I just need you to show up. Well, however that looks like, just show up as you. Thank you so much. I mean, I just love the words that have came out your mouth, even down to your recommendation for vitamin D with Janae Aiko with Speak, just how you had chosen to speak the times that you wanted to give up. And thank God that you didn't. Thank God to your parents to show support. So now that Pass It Forward is doing just that. And we're passing forward information for you to check out on Saturday, October 12th for EmpowerHer, Radiant Women's Wellness Day. So check it out. For more information, make sure you visit passitforwardla.org/Radiant
EmpowerHer.
EmpowerHer.
Come on.
I was doing the memory and I couldn't see it all the way. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much. And we'll see you next time, right?
Hit it.
Oh, somebody says Coach LA comes from good stock. I know that's right. Thank you, Dana. Maybe y'all continue to wait a minute. She ain't gone yet. We gotta pass the baton.
Oh yeah, come on.
Listen,
we can't forget about that.
Okay, so now I have this thing. What I'd like to do is to pass the baton. Every guest that comes on, I ask them to give a recommendation for someone else they would like to shine light on them, or perhaps the work that they do, or an affiliation with an organization. So, Coach LA, you passing the baton to NY.
Gotta pass the baton to my boy, Duran Bowie, my Inglewood brother, really doing his thing with I'm a Movement, Not a Monument in Inglewood. You gotta know him. My man, Mr. Ghattas. Come on, yeah. You feel me? He's doing amazing things. Also in Inglewood schools with his tutoring programs, and he's really giving back and changing lives. I'm talking about he has a waiting list for kids in his tutoring program right now.
So what is he tutoring? What is he teaching?
It's all subjects. He's bringing in tutors that look like these kids. You feel me? Like finding tutors that they can connect with, that share similar experiences, college students, you know, inviting them in and hiring them. And that's a dope thing. You know, he's hiring college students in to work with these young people in our community and make sure they getting their homework done before they get home. Make sure they're understanding subjects that they don't understand. And then not only that, but using other students to help peer tutor others. So like, young man, you in 3rd grade and you got the same homework as this brother and you know it. Okay, we're going to go help him together.
Come on, community.
Feel me? That's how you pass it forward. So that's what I love about my brother, Duran. Shout out to him for real. It's my business partner. And I'm talking about our programs running as a cycle is really changing Inglewood right now.
Oh my gosh, so many ideas just came back to me right now. First of all, that is amazing. Duran, we need you. I wish she was watching or listening. I'm like, you need to call me right now to
Come
talk about all this
on.
great information. But also, I just had this idea. I mean, I don't even know if you would be with it, but like maybe, I'm saying pass the baton, but how about just call pass it forward? Who are you passing it forward to? And that'd be like the feature on
Let's
vitamin D. You know what I'm saying?
go.
Who we passing it
Come
forward to?
on.
And that's how we link to the next guest and the next guest. Because like you said, what I heard is that we build a community, right? We getting back to the days that we used to talk to each other. Where you was laying eyes that if it was somebody else's child, cousin, brother, uncle, you best get in the house and do whatever you need to do because we got to do this to look after each other. Because we know that we can go fast alone, but we can go further together. Catch it, pass it. Okay, yeah, that's all I got. Yes, the PlayStation. Is that what Duran would say? Let's go.
Come on.
Wait,
Hey,
what?
that's my guy. He said that's the PlayStation. That's what he be telling you right now. So you say catch, he said that's the PlayStation right there.
Okay. I think we got the information. So I'm going to make sure I get Duran Bowie's information. And we are excited to have him on Vitamin D.
Let's go.
All right. Okay. She gone now for real. Okay, it's me. I'm back. I want to thank you so much for pulling up. We know that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we want to know that today is World Mental Health Day. We understand how there's a synergy with both, how we have to look after each other. We have to remember that each one teach one and each one reach one. Well, how about we reach within ourselves? Understand that we have power. Know that there's power in life and death and the power of the tongue, and we have to speak life over ourselves. We have to speak wellness over ourselves. We have to speak opportunity over ourselves. We have to speak community over ourselves. And it starts right now, today, with you for free. And all you got to do is do you. So if you're ready to do you, I want you to show up for yourself right now. Show up as yourself in a way that it can just be simply you subscribing to this podcast. Because we shedding light. Because what do I say? If you want to be better and you want to do better, well, you're going to have to be able to see better. It's going to require you to step into light and to show off your beauty. So do that. You can follow us on all of the social platforms. Vitamin D, Dawn, DAI. Make sure you check out the playbacks on Facebook, on Twitter, or Facebook and YouTube, and wherever you get your favorite podcast. Do it today and do it right now. And I also want to give a recommendation. If you know somebody that would like to be a guest, perhaps yourself, or you would like to send over some resources and information, send over an email to vitamind@dawndaiSpeaks.com. That's vitamind@dawndaiSpeaks.com. So I got a couple things happening before I talk to you again on Tuesday. On Saturday, October 12th, I'm going to be at EmpowerHer. Pull up on me. Come talk to me. Then on Monday, October 14th, I am going to be hosting or moderating a Q&A for the film Photo Booth. Message me if you would like to see the movie. I got a couple tickets, but I'll be moderating the Q&A. All right? So that's what the status that you can stay up on me on. And if you would like to keep up with me, that personal dose of vitamin D, baby, well, you can follow me on all social media at Dawn, DAI Speaks. All right, family. The housekeeping is here. You know, I always say, I'm in the business of making dreams come true. And I damn sure ain't gonna forget about mine. So until next time, family, always remember, you are your greatest asset.
Get your vitamin D right here with me and get excited about